Angela Merkel, a strong leader of Europe. Angela Merkel is one of the most important leaders in modern history. She was born on July 17, 1954 in Hamburg, Germany. Her early life was shaped by the fact that Germany was divided into two parts, East Germany and West Germany. When she was very young, her family moved to East Germany. At that time, East Germany was a communist country, which meant the government controlled everything. People did not have much freedom there. Life was hard, but Merkel grew up learning how to work hard and solve problems. Her father was a pastor and her mother was a teacher. They taught her the importance of education and helping others. Merkel was always a very smart student. She loved studying and decided to become a scientist. She studied physics at university and later worked as a chemist. Her job as a scientist taught her how to think carefully and solve difficult problems step by step. These skills helped her later when she became a leader. Even though she started as a scientist, she eventually decided to enter politics because she wanted to help people and make her country better. In 1989, something amazing happened. The Berlin Wall, which had separated East and West Germany for many years, came down. This meant Germany could become one country again. Merkel saw this as an opportunity to make a difference. She joined a political party called the Christian Democratic Union, CDU. At first she was not very famous, but she worked very hard and slowly became more important in the party. In 2005, she became the Chancellor of Germany. This was a huge achievement because she was the first woman to hold this position, and she was also the first person from East Germany to lead the country. As Chancellor, Merkel faced many challenges, but she always stayed calm and made careful decisions. One of the first big tests of her leadership came in 2008 during the global financial crisis. Many countries lost a lot of money and people lost their jobs. But Merkel worked hard to keep Germany's economy strong. She helped businesses grow and made sure the government spent money wisely. Because of her efforts, Germany recovered quickly and became one of the strongest economies in Europe. People began to see her as a steady and reliable leader who could handle tough situations. Another big challenge came in 2015 during the refugee crisis. Millions of people were fleeing war and poverty in countries like Syria, Afghanistan, and Iraq. They came to Europe looking for safety. Some European leaders did not want to let these refugees into their countries, but Merkel made a bold decision. She opened Germany's borders and allowed over 1 million refugees to come in. This decision was very controversial. Many Germans were worried about how so many new people would affect their country. Some politicians criticized Merkel and said she was making a mistake. But Merkel believed it was the right thing to do. She said, "We can manage this," meaning that Germany could handle the challenge of helping refugees. Although not everyone agreed with her, many people admired her courage. She showed that leaders should care about others even if it is difficult. Merkel knew that helping refugees was not just about being kind. It was also about doing what was fair and moral. She believed that Germany had a responsibility to help people who were suffering. Over time, many Germans began to see the positive effects of her decision. Refugees brought new skills and ideas to the country, and many of them found jobs and contributed to society. In 2020, another big challenge came: the coronavirus pandemic. When the pandemic began, Merkel acted quickly to protect her country. She gave speeches to explain the situation to the German people and told them how to stay safe. She worked closely with scientists and doctors to make sure Germany had enough hospitals and medical supplies. Because of her efforts, Germany handled the pandemic better than many other countries. People trusted her because she always spoke honestly and clearly. She explained things in a way that everyone could understand, and she never tried to hide the truth. This made her very popular, even among people who had criticized her before. Merkel also cared deeply about protecting the environment. She believed that climate change was one of the biggest challenges facing the world. To fight climate change, she announced that Germany would close all its nuclear power plants by 2022. Instead, the country would use renewable energy like wind and solar power. This decision was very brave because nuclear power provides a lot of electricity. Some people thought it was risky to stop using it. But Merkel wanted Germany to be a leader in clean energy. She knew that taking care of the planet was important for future generations. She worked hard to make sure Germany invested in green technology and reduced pollution. Over time, Germany became one of the leading countries in the world when it came to renewable energy. Merkel did not forget about ordinary people during her time as chancellor. She introduced policies to improve their lives. For example, she raised the minimum wage so workers could earn more money. She supported families with children by giving them financial help. She invested in education and training programs so young people could get good jobs. These actions made life better for many Germans. People appreciated her focus on fairness and equality. She believed that everyone should have the chance to succeed, no matter where they came from or how much money they had. One famous story about Merkel happened when she met Russian President Vladimir Putin. Putin is known for being tough and trying to intimidate other leaders. During a meeting, he let his big dog walk near Merkel. He knew that Merkel was afraid of dogs because of a bad experience in her childhood. But instead of showing fear, Merkel stayed calm and professional. Afterward, she joked about the situation and said, "I know why he did this. He wanted to show he is strong." This moment proved that Merkel was not afraid to stand up to powerful men like Putin. She showed the world that women can be just as strong as men. Her calm and confident behavior earned her respect around the world. Throughout her career, Merkel faced many challenges, but she never gave up. She stayed true to her beliefs, even when people disagreed with her. She was patient and worked hard to find solutions to problems. She respected everyone no matter who they were. She listened to different opinions and tried to find solutions that worked for everyone. This made her a trusted and respected leader. People admired her ability to stay calm under pressure and her willingness to make tough decisions. When Merkel retired in 2021, she left behind a legacy of strength, wisdom, and kindness. She inspired millions of people around the world, especially women and girls. She proved that anyone, no matter where they come from, can achieve great things if they work hard and believe in themselves. Today, Angela Merkel is remembered as one of the greatest leaders in modern history. Her story teaches us that leadership is not about being loud or flashy. It is about being honest, caring, and willing to make tough decisions for the good of others. Even though Merkel is no longer Chancellor, her influence continues to shape Germany and Europe. People still talk about her calm and steady leadership style. They remember how she handled crises like the financial crisis, the refugee crisis, and the coronavirus pandemic. They admire how she stood up for what she believed was right, even when it was difficult. Her story shows us that true leadership comes from staying true to your values and working hard to make the world a better place. Merkel's life is full of lessons that we can all learn from. One lesson is that it is important to stay true to your beliefs. Even when people criticize you, you should do what you think is right. Another lesson is that patience and hard work are key to success. Merkel did not rush into decisions. She took her time to think carefully about every problem. This helped her make good choices that benefited her country. A third lesson is that it is important to face challenges with courage. Merkel faced many difficult situations during her career, but she never gave up. She stayed strong and focused no matter what happened. Merkel's story also shows us the importance of helping others. Whether it was opening Germany's borders to refugees or investing in education and healthcare, Merkel always tried to make life better for ordinary people. She believed that leaders should care about the people they serve. This made her a beloved figure in Germany and around the world. Finally, Merkel's story reminds us that anyone can achieve great things if they work hard and believe in themselves. She came from a small town in East Germany and grew up in a difficult time. But she worked hard, stayed focused, and never gave up on her dreams. Today, she is remembered as one of the most successful leaders in history. Her story inspires us to dream big and work hard to achieve our goals.